Manchester United bombshell transfer that could change and bring glory back to Old Trafford. Hey football fans. Welcome back to United News. Big transfer updates today. Manchester United is in the headlines once again as they're making waves in the summer transfer window. Man United reportedly have their sights set on a World Cup winning midfielder. Premier League giants Manchester United are reportedly planning a shock move to re-sign Paul Pogba for a third time as they respond to an avalanche of injury issues in the midfield area. The Red Devils are currently without youngster Kobbie Mainoo with a calf problem and are also missing former Chelsea star Mason Mount, who has struggled with a series of setbacks since arriving from Stamford Bridge. Christian Eriksen, who is expected to leave Old Trafford upon the expiration of his contract in the summer, has also struggled for form, while youngster Toby Collier is also injured after showing promise in the early months of Ruben Amorim's reign. United are currently a shadow of the team that they have been in recent seasons, and as it stands are on course for their worst league finish of the Premier League era, and their darkest campaign since their relegation from the top flight in 1974. However, the overall deal would still represent a risk to the Red Devils given Pogba's lack of game time in recent years, with his last appearance for Juventus coming way back in September 2023, when he made a brief cameo appearance off the bench during a 2-0 Serie A victory over Empoli. In fact, since leaving United, Pogba has only played 12 professional matches, while only starting one league game during the entirety of his second spell with the Old Lady. Should Man United sign Paul Pogba for a third time? Paul Pogba came through the ranks at Manchester United and made just 3 league appearances under Sir Alex Ferguson before ultimately turning down a new contract. He signed for Juventus on a free transfer in 2012 and made 178 appearances in total while establishing himself as one of the top midfielders in world football. He lifted 4 league titles, 2 Coppa Italians and 2 Supercoppa Italiana trophies during his first spell at Juventus and was part of a team which also reached the Champions League final in 2015. Pogba returned to Old Trafford for a then world record fee of £89.3 million in 2016, marking one of the most talked about moves of the last decade at United. The Frenchman struggled with consistency and injuries for large periods of his stay at the club, but was able to lift the Europa League and Carabao Cup under Jose Mourinho. He also made the PFA Team of the Year in 2018-19 under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and sporadically showed glimpses of his incredible quality. If they can get Pogba at this best, then United will have landed an incredible coup by bringing the Frenchman home. However, given his long-running list of injuries, his lack of first-team action, and his failure to deliver consistently across his previous spell in a Red Devils shirt, it would present a huge risk for Amorim and his team. Manchester United eyeing cut-price summer deal for Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic. Manchester United desperately need to acquire a ruthless finisher up top in the summer given the form displayed by Rasmus Højlund so far this season. The Dane has netted only twice in the Premier League and has not found the back of the net now for 16 games in a row. Not to mention his abysmal overall displays. United legend Rio Ferdinand was right to point out that all the 22-year-old does out on the pitch is back into opposition defenders while subsequently failing to win the physical duel. The Denmark international can try to mix up his game by dropping deep or spin in behind, but he sticks to one-dimensional style with Ruben Amorim fed up with him. Striker needed to replace Rasmus. The United head coach wants him gone, but the reality is not too many teams are keen on such a lackluster forward. If the Red Devils cannot offload him permanently, they will struggle to land big-name stars. Victor Gyökeres and Victor Osimhen, 2 of the club's biggest targets, could go out of reach due to rising PSR concerns, which is why the club are eyeing cost-effective options like Liam Delap of Ipswich Town. Tudor Juve have now added Dusan Vlahovic's name to the list, with Juventus ready to move him on in the summer, having failed to agree a contract extension with the Serb. With only 1 year remaining on his current deal, the Buying Canary will be forced to let him go on the cheap, with the former Fiorentina ace reportedly available for as less as €35 million. The 25-year-old has managed 14 goals and 2 assists this season, but has found starts hard to come by since Juve landed Randal Kolo Muani in January. Vlahovic on United's radar. United are not the only team eyeing the Serbia international, with Arsenal and Atletico Madrid also among his suitors. Dusan Vlahovic had a good Champions League and scored several goals this season. He remains a player that many like, including Arsenal, Atletico Madrid and Manchester United. With a contract until June 2026 and a salary of €12 million per year, the old lady thinks they will earn at least €35 million with his departure. It remains to be seen which club will be willing to invest this amount. The Belgrade-born striker has not enjoyed the kind of form he had shown at Fiorentina, but he has popped up with important goals during his Turin tenure. He was linked with a late January move to Old Trafford, but it did not pan out in the end. Whether Ineos agree to go after him in the summer instead of Osimhen or Gyökeres will be determined by the final transfer budget. Manchester United dealt Victor Osimhen transfer reality, as Dan Ashworth's new club revealed. The latest Manchester United news and transfer rumors as Victor Osimhen continues to be linked with a move to Old Trafford. Manchester United eased the pressure on head coach Ruben Amorim as they staged a dramatic, late fightback to earn a 2-2 draw against Everton. United fell behind in the first half at Goodison Park after quickfire goals from Beto and Abdoulaye Doucouré. However, efforts from Bruno Fernandes and Manuel Ugarte, inside the final 20 minutes, were enough to earn a share of the spoils for Amorim's side. But you already knew that, didn't you? Here, the Manchester Evening News takes a look at some of the stories you might have missed on Monday, February 24th. Man United dealt new transfer blow as transfer Victor Osimhen transfer truth emerges. Fabrizio Romano has denied claims that Manchester United have scouted Victor Osimhen at Galatasaray this season. The 26-year-old Nigeria international has been in red-hot form for the Turkish outfit this season, scoring 20 goals in 26 games since signing on a season-long from Napoli. Such form has seen Osimhen linked with a move to the Premier League, with both United and Chelsea touted with an interest in the forward. However, Romano poured cold water on a move to United and told Give Me Sport that United had not scouted Osimhen this season. Men says, even if United are yet to send scouts to Turkey to scout Osimhen, they will be well aware of the Nigerian's ability. After all, he established himself as one of the hottest prospects on the continent when he fired Napoli to a first Serie A title in 33 years back in 2023. And even during his time in Turkey, he has proven that he still knows where the back of the net is. It goes without saying that if Amorim was able to add the forward to his ranks this summer, it would make the Old Trafford rebuild he has on his hands slightly easier. Dan Ashworth lands new job after brief United stint. Former Manchester United sporting director Dan Ashworth has reportedly landed a new role with Warwickshire County Cricket Club, less than 3 months after leaving Old Trafford. The 53-year-old lasted less than 6 months at Old Trafford after officially beginning his role on July 1st after United had agreed a compensation package with Newcastle United. However, the former Newcastle United and Brighton and Hove Albion director left United by mutual consent in December, with United struggling both on and off the pitch this season. But now the Times claims that Ashworth has returned to work in a consultancy role with Warwickshire County Cricket Club. It is claimed that Ashworth will work in a freelance role and advise on a range of matters including high performance. Exclusive. Liverpool and Man United ready to battle for imperious defensive colossus. Although Everton would be loath to lose Jared Branthwaite this summer, it appears to be a foregone conclusion that there will be a battle for his services. Man United were known to be interested, though it was thought some weeks ago that they had decided against a move thanks to Harry Maguire's form. Man United still interested in Jared Branthwaite. Since then, however, Maguire's form has dipped once again, meaning that the Red Devils will almost certainly be in the conversation for a player that would cost them in excess of £70 million. Real Madrid were also pushing to land Branthwaite at one stage, but their supposed interest didn't materialize in the January window. At this point, it isn't clear if Los Blancos will come back into the running this summer. Sources close to caught offside have indicated that Liverpool and Tottenham will rival Man United in the summer window for the England international, who the Liverpool Echo described as a defensive colossus and imperious for his recent performance against the Red Devils. The front-runners in the Premier League are also known to covet Nottingham Forest's Murillo, though he too could be difficult to prize from his current employers. Sources have also noted that Everton want to secure Branthwaite's future at the club amid growing interest from elsewhere. Everton want to keep Jared Branthwaite. The Toffees plan to offer him a contract renewal until 2029/2030 to prevent other teams from pursuing him, and because Branthwaite is seen as an important player for Everton's future. He would become one of the highest paid players at the club, and lead them into a new era at their new stadium at Bramley-Moore Dock. Whether that's appealing enough to him, given Everton's recent struggles, remains to be seen. What are your thoughts on this latest news? Drop your comments below. I'd love to hear what other United fans think about these developments. Glory, glory, Man United!